Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and yeah, time to do the Movie Phantom's horror review. Got ourselves a nice little European double feature tonight. We got Ville Des Pirates and Zombi. So let's get into this. Let's just jump right into this bad boy with Ville Des Pirates. Probably better known as the City of Pirates. But I'm just going to be pretentious because that's how the direction was in this movie. Just very artsy and up its own ass. The City of Pirates, it's a Spanish film, I believe. And the basic, I don't even know where to begin with it. This thing is so fucking weird. It's out there. It's here on YouTube. I recommend checking it out if you're into the weird and bizarre. It is subtitled, so if you can't read, then you're shit out of luck. I'm not gonna lie, you'd probably understand it just about the same without reading it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is so... the best I can explain is it's a woman's odyssey from... You know, she starts off, she's like a maid. Even though she refers to her employers as mom and dad. And the dad's banging her. Like, at first I'm just like, well, we're going into that bizarre extreme territory already. But then later on she reveals that they're not really her parents, so it's okay, I guess. She's being raped by her employer, so it's okay, guys, calm down. Anyways, at the same time, though, inside the town, this little boy went missing, and his entire family has been slaughtered. Turns out he's the one that did it. And so everybody's looking for this little boy. Well, this little boy finds this girl, this adult woman. And they become engaged. I'm not making this up. Like, literally, I couldn't write anything even more bizarre. So, it continues as like a killing spree. I don't want to say spree. I guess I'm exaggerating there. He kills the employer, the guy. I don't remember if they killed the girl or not. Anyway, but then he kills someone else, like a guy who was hitting on her earlier. And then they go off. They leave. They flee to town. And they go to this island. And it's always off in the distance, and he keeps referring to we need to get out there. So when they get out there, he ditches her, and she meets this other guy, and she becomes captured, and the guy has her stuck in a dungeon of this castle, and it turns out he's the only guy living there, and he has multiple personalities. So there's they bang, she gets pregnant, he dies, and then it pretty much ends with a big lapse of time. She has a kid who's grown up, but she keeps saying like the boy is the father. That's it. I'm not gonna lie. I could barely piece this thing together. Initially, I assumed the young boy was a ghost because I guess she had a miscarriage or she had an abortion or no, it was the employers. They lost their son or something like that. I don't know. And so I assumed the little boy was a ghost. Turned out he was real, but the whole movie itself is very dreamlike. It just has a very surreal quality. And the thing is, it's like supernatural shit will start happening, but no one really says anything about it. Like at one scene, the two employers are sitting there, the guy and girl, and I think they're talking to the maid, the main character, but they're talking with their dead son, the son that just died. Like he died, 5 years before or something like that. And as they're talking, this ball just starts bouncing. And it bounces up onto the table, and he just kind of picks it up. And they go on about their business. Like a ball didn't just bounce out of fucking nowhere. And shit like that happens the whole time. They're holding like a seance at one point, and weird shit's happening there, but it's like, and then the ball comes back and it's floating up there. I don't know, it's bizarre shit. At one point, he hypnotizes her, puts money in her fucking bra, and then she starts walking like she's not even like she's dead. You guys know like the Asian vampires, how they just kind of hop around and shit. It was like that without the hopping. It was just so bizarre. But she's walking around, eyes closed, around town, and she's heading out to sea. And like the guy who like put her under a spell, he was like, she chose true love. Yes. She's a whore. Like, he was happy that she was going to kill herself, but at the same time, he was, like, calling her, like, a whore and shit. It was so, like, what the fuck's going on? And as she's walking through the water, this other, like, being comes up. Like I said, it was like he's so far in the background, you can't see who it is or anything like that. It was just really, I felt like maybe if I was from Spain, maybe there's some kind of like folk legend or, you know, some kind of fairy tale ground, I don't know, some kind of story that you can draw on, some kind of tradition or whatever. They have some kind of fable that maybe I could be like, oh, that's what they're, but I don't know. I was completely lost. The best way to describe this movie is, you ever like read a poem and it's just full of fucking metaphors? Like the whole thing is just metaphors. It's like someone did that with this movie. Like they're like, we're going to do a whole movie about metaphors, but we're just going to show it like literally. That's what it felt like to me. Like the whole time, I don't know. I felt like maybe they were talking about this, and then they weren't. And I'm just like, what the? I don't know. It was fucking bizarre. Now throughout the bizarreness, it does have a couple of cool kill scenes. You know, like when the little boy, you know, goes on his little rampage or whatever. I like that. Cause I thought it was going to turn like this Bonnie and Clyde kind of, but with a kid and a full-grown woman. But it never went down that route at all. And then they did this whole thing where like, there's hinting that the little boy was Peter Pan. Not making this up. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, then there was a couple scenes that I kind of found was a little creepy. They really creepy because they were just out of place. Like the whole movie, it really feels more like a fantasy drama than horror. Like it really, it doesn't really fit into the horror genre. I mean, I guess it does, but it doesn't. But there was a couple scenes that I kind of felt a little unnerving, and I think it was because it was just, they were out of nowhere, and they were just so much weird and I say it's weird and dreary. It never lost my attention, though. Like, I was never bored with the movie. I will say that. Like, I was never just like, oh, when's this shit going to end? No, I was curious what the hell's going to happen next, but I had the hardest time trying to follow it. And then when you get a sense of it, they change it up on you. It's a trip of a movie. I feel like if I watch it again, maybe I'll have a better grasp on it. But the two scenes that I thought was kind of crazy was, there's a scene where when she's in the castle and the guy with the multiple personalities, like at one point he's his mom, and then he's the grandmother, and then he's like the retarded cousin, and I don't know, he's everybody in the family. He's outside, like he freed her, like the mother freed her, I think. And anyway, so she's in the doorway, and you see him way in the background. And it's like, she can tell just by the movements who he is. So he'll like, you know, he starts like walking a certain way, and she's like, oh, now he's, you know, Jeffrey. I'll just say Jeffrey, I don't remember the names. Oh, now he's the mother. But at one point, she's like, I don't know who that is. And then he turns to her and just starts running toward her. And instead of her like running, she just like, I don't know what's going on, and it was just kind of a crazy scene. Like once again, wasn't expecting it. It don't really, it doesn't build to anything though. Like it literally, he runs up to her and then cuts to another scene. And you're like, okay. And then the other one was when she kind of reunites with Peter Pan, the little boy. He keeps like telling you, you need to get out or whatever, and then suddenly his voice changes into like a man's voice. Like it's a weird, I don't want to say demon voice, but it's definitely it's a different voice. And he just fucking yells at her, and I'm like, oh shit, where the fuck that come from? But once again, that's it. So yeah, it's just a bizarre fucking trip. I'm sure if you enjoy the shrooms, this would be a movie to watch, because it really would keep your mind just kind of go with it, and you just be, I don't know. If you're into the weird and surreal, I recommend this movie. Other than that, it's really hard for me to really recommend to anybody else, unless if you're a fan of like weird French or Spanish cinema. Other than that, yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Overall, I'm giving it kind of like one of these numbers. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I ever saw, and like I said, it did keep me guessing. But I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like the whole time, I'm just like, somebody throw me a bone. Give me like the cliff notes of this thing. Give me like watching this movie for dummies. So yeah, Ville Des Pirates. 1983, check it out. It's here on YouTube, so, and you gotta type out, like, I typed in City of Pirates and nothing came up, and then I typed in Ville Des Pirates and it came up, so. And then, up next we got, from 1979, Zombi. This movie I'm not gonna go into detail about, because, fuck it, you know this movie. There's no way anybody who's watching me right now, run my mouth, has not seen Zombie. Now you may have seen it under a different title, because it is also known as Zombie 2. Don't be confused. Because I'm not going to lie, for the longest time, I didn't watch Zombie 2 because I was like, well, I need to see the first Zombie. And I literally, and I'm not just making this up, I'm not trying to just get a little funny bit going. I did not know that Zombie and Zombie 2 were the same movie. So, like, literally, I skipped watching these movies because I was like, I'll wait till the first one. I gotta watch the first one first. There you go. And the reason, as we all know, is, when George Romero, when his masterpiece, Dawn of the Dead was released over in Europe, they're like, well, shit, this is great, so we're gonna make our own sequel to it. Because I think when they released it, they just called it Zombie over there. Like, it was, instead of Dawn of the Dead, it was just Zombie. So they're like, we're gonna make Zombie 2. And there you have it. The storyline is basic, this time it's less of like a chemical that brought them out, and it's more voodoo related this time, but they're still the same kind of flesh-eating zombies, and they will still turn you. So it's the same concept. But a woman's looking for her father, so her and the reporter, head down to the Caribbean looking for some shit. And this, random island or whatever, and of course along the way they come across another couple who's on vacation, and they get to the island, and shit hits the fan. This movie, leading up to, because I'm not gonna lie, I saw it before, and I fucking loved it. I feel like this time around, watching it a second time, it didn't seem quite as quick paced as it did the first time. I think the first time I was just like, holy shit. But this time it seems like it's a lot more, I guess, build up to the zombie carnage that you get later on. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like, this time around I was just like, I just thought we got into it more. There are some scenes early on, and these are some of the best fucking scenes. One of my favorite scenes, and not just in this movie, I'm talking about in cinema, period. And I never include it in my favorite death scenes because she doesn't die in the scene. Like, it cuts, and then, and I understand you guys, you know what I'm talking about, is when the girl is trying to, she's got the dresser in front of the door, she's trying to get away from the zombie, and the zombie breaks through the fucking door, and he grabs her by the hair. And then the door is splintered out, and there's this one piece of wood sticking out, and he grabs her, and he's just fucking dragging her toward it. And dude, oh my god! I can watch this scene on a loop a million times, and I will still cringe the same way every fucking time. Dude, it is so brutal to watch. And what's great is you know where it's going. Like, he's telling you, Fulci is telling you that, guess what? I'm going to put this fucking piece of wood in that bitch's eye. It's happening. And yet, it's the build-up, because the whole time, dude, she is trying to struggle. And her eye, I would have closed my eyes. Like, it still probably would have penetrated, but I feel like, I don't know. But dude, her eyes are wide open, and dude, the close-ups, you see, it's this right there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, filming this scene, I would feel uncomfortable, because I'd be like, dude, like, no one touched me. Like, I might actually jolt in front of this thing and hit my eye on this thing. Dude, it's like, I would, right there, right fucking there. And then you get it. You get the penetration of the eyeball with the wood, and dude, she snaps it off, she has it in her eye, scene ends, great. I got Maya to watch it. I literally was like, watch it. I was like, I will give you a back rub if you watch this without turning away or closing your eyes or anything. It just about killed her. It just about killed her. But, hey, she's a trooper and she did finish it. She watched it and I had to give out a back rub. Ain't that some shit? But no, literally, one of my favorite scenes. Another awesome fucking scene is there's a scene where the chick, she's scuba diving and there's a shark. And I think right now, you are highly impressed because that's a shark. There's a shark swimming. Now, there may have been a dummy shark at some points in different cuts or whatever, but when that girl's swimming there, dude, there's a fucking shark in that scene. Like, there was no CGI 1979, it was a fucking shark. And already I'm like, dude, I'm scared. Like, that's not even like a big mammoth beast of a shark, and I'd cry. I just start shitting myself and crying. So she's trying to get away, and she's, and zombie underwater grabs her, and she gets away, she gets up. But guess what? Now we got a fight between a zombie and a shark. Oh my god! Fucking awesome. I wish they would have went more on that. Because, like, the shark bites him, but then he bites the shark, and I was just like, I would have loved to have seen. Like, that shark turns like a zombie shark there down the road. It would have been great. It would have been fucking awesome. Once they get to the island, it's still a little slow growing, but once the zombies start coming after him, dude, it picks up. And, dude, I love the location. I love this, and I don't know what video game. I'm not a gamer. I apologize. Dead Rising, is that it? Dead Island? I don't fucking care. There's Island of the Dead, but there's a game that literally just took this movie, and I love it. I love the huts, the jungle setting, the beach. It's all fucking awesome. I just think it's a beautiful location, and it's so desolate. Like, even like zombies are taking over. It's just like this shots of the village with no one there. You got like a single zombie just kind of shuffling on. Dude, that looks fucking awesome. Let's talk about the music for a second. I'm blanking. Did the Goblins do this music? I'm a poser. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember if the Goblins or not. Either way, dude, love the fucking music. Dude, this music fucking kicks ass. Oh, dude, one of my favorite all-time scores, actually. First time I heard it, I was like, oh my god, like, this is great. Like, I'm not really one to, like, want to, like, go out and get music scores, like, or movie scores to listen. And this is one of those that I'm like, yeah, put that shit in. I'll listen to this, like, nonstop. Fucking love it. So, yeah, I'm not going to go. I can go on and on and on and on and on about this. I just recommend you guys check it out. Zombie, fucking great. Or Zombie 2, if you will. Yeah, highly recommend it. Like I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a zombie fan, there's no way you won't like this. It's just fucking awesome. So yeah, Zombie and Ville Des Pirates. You may want to pass on that one. But check out Zombie. So, all right, guys, I'm the Mood Phantom, and I'm out of here.